So I want to talk about empowerment. Power, life force, vitality, aliveness. Often we talk about empowerment, but what does this really mean, to be empowered? And who is empowering us? And where does power come from? And what is power? I want you to go on an inquiry with me to examine and explore the nature of power as you believe it, as you experience it, as you see it, as you witness it, as you've been taught to believe it. So we look at some different views. One form of power in the world that we've been taught to believe in is the power of status. So some kind of credibility that comes from being famous, or a politician, or having a multi-million-dollar business, or having a fast car, a big house, a yacht. Then there's the status of having degrees and letters after your name, or the status of achieving certain things. So there's doing to get, proving yourself to be recognized in the eyes of others as some kind of power statement. The more you have of something, or the more you've achieved of something, must mean that you're powerful now. So we have different measures of power in the world, and different measures of power in different cultures and different customs. In some countries, the most powerful are the football stars, or the movie stars. In other countries, who has the most goats, or the most money, or the most houses. Different levels of measurement, different judgments about what is powerful. And so when we start to look at status, I want us to explore how much of this is to do with doing and proving. This chase for power. So inside of the search for status is a belief that power is somewhere over there. So my beginning place is powerlessness. If I do this and achieve that, then one day, someday, I will be powerful. I will be noticed, I will be recognized, I will have arrived in some kind of recognizable status that others will say, wow, this is a powerful man, powerful woman. But see the game there. Powerlessness into power. That means you've externalized your search for power. That your power is related to having things in the material world. Things, definitions, names, some kind of story, some kind of achievement. Some kind of measure where it's external to you. So this is one view of power, worldly power. And you can see a lot of people are engaged in that game, that way of being. The chase for more, from having less to more. From being empty to full, from being powerless to powerful. So always pushing against something, pushing towards something. So I'd like to invite us into what could be considered a radically different view. In my eyes, it feels like a perfectly natural view. It doesn't feel radical at all. It feels obvious. But maybe when you contrast it with this external, worldly view of power, it does seem radical. That's up to you to see how it is for you. So the way I see and feel power is that life is power. The vibration of life, the gift of life, being alive. It's innate. Life and power are as one. It's powerful to be alive. Not because of anything, not to get something, not to go somewhere. It's innate. It already is powerful to be alive. Life force manifesting as me, as you, as the tree, as the wind, as the bird, as the sky, as the sea, is itself powerful. That's why it's often referred to as life force. There's an intrinsic aliveness. Intrinsic means it's already there. It's innate. It's part of the fabric of its already existing beingness. And this brings us to the awareness that I already am power, because I'm alive. In this search for power over there, in things, in status, in other people's expectations and reflections, is a chase away from the power that's already here. And maybe the reason I am not feeling powerful is because I'm so caught up in the chase over there. Seeking approval, seeking recognition, seeking status. I keep running away from here to over there to get something that's already here. It's a madness. When we stop the world, come back to now, come back to here, come back to breath and feeling and aliveness, come back to the truth of our heart essence, come back to the exquisiteness of the next breath, and feel the heartbeat, feel our presence, feel the life force here and now coursing through us. I say this is power. This is the innate power, the indwelling power that you already are. That doesn't need approval, doesn't need doing, doesn't need chasing, doesn't need acquiring. When you give up that activity and come back to your natural life power, then you start to naturally express yourself from a very different agenda that life simply desires to express because it can. It's not seeking approval, status, recognition. It's just expressing because creation is the possibility of this gift of our aliveness. And this is something we're going to talk more about when power moves into expression. We can call that authentic creativity or natural expression, natural creativity. We're going to move into that topic soon. Our natural creative essence is not driven by ideas. It's not driven by outside in. It's a movement from inside out. So the invitation of this moment's reflection is to come back into awareness with your indwelling power and to be more of what's already here. And see how much of you is running away from here. See how much of you is disempowering yourself by seeking to get other people's recognition, love, approval. How much of you is giving your power to other people's opinions about who you should be, or standards you should live by, religious, political, ideological, traditional, family standards. Places where you give your energy away to others to determine who you are. And see if you can come back to the simple breath and presence and energy of who you actually are existing here and now, and be grateful for this. Like gather it all in. Gather yourself back to yourself. Bring yourself back. So this external search for power, letting that go, coming back in, coming back here, feeling, and resting back into your own presence and feeling the natural vibrancy of this life power. So instead of empowerment, we can call this natural in-powerment. It's already in. Power is already in. It's already here. It's already you. It's already now. So it's not I want power, I'm seeking power. I am power. You are power already because you are alive.